the 1954 USA 5-cent coin, more commonly known as the 1954 Jefferson nickel. We'll go into its historical context, design features, mintage details, market value, common errors, and what makes this particular coin so interesting to collectors. So, grab your magnifying glass, because we're about to dive into the details. To truly appreciate the 1954 USA 5-cent coin, we first need to take a step back in time. The year 1954 was part of the post-World War II era, a time when America was experiencing significant social and economic change. The country was moving forward into the era of prosperity, the rise of consumerism, and the early days of the Cold War. During this time, the U.S. Mint was busy producing coins to meet the demand of an expanding economy. One of the most notable coins being produced during this period was the Jefferson nickel, which had been introduced in 1938 as a replacement for the Buffalo nickel. By 1954, the Jefferson nickel had been in circulation for over a decade and had already undergone various design and minting changes. However, 1954 was unique in several ways, and this coin would soon become a key date in the long history of the Jefferson nickel series. Now, let's take a close look at the design features of the 1954 USA 5-cent coin. It's part of the Jefferson nickel series, and as such, it shares much of the same design as earlier issues. Let's break down the obverse and reverse of the coin. On the front of the 1954 nickel, you'll find a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, and one of the Founding Fathers. This portrait was created by artist Felix Schlag, who won a design competition in 1938. The profile of Jefferson is shown facing to the right, with the inscription, Liberty, along the top edge, the year of minting, 1954, directly below his bust, and, In God We Trust, above his shoulder. The coin's motto, E Pluribus Unum, which translates to, out of many, one, is also inscribed across the coin's top edge. Jefferson's likeness on the nickel is known for its dignified simplicity, which reflects the country's respect for Jefferson's role in shaping American ideals. Interestingly, some collectors claim that the facial features on the 1954 coin are slightly softer and more rounded compared to earlier years. This could be due to wear and tear on the original dies, which were in use for multiple years during the 1950s. The reverse of the 1954 Jefferson nickel features Monticello, the historic Virginia home of Thomas Jefferson. This design is a continuation from the original 1938 issue and was created by artist John Flanagan. Monticello is depicted in a somewhat simplified, architectural style. The inscription on the reverse reads, Monticello, at the top, followed by, E Pluribus Unum, and 5 cents, beneath the image of the building. The mint mark, indicating where the coin was struck, is also located on the reverse. It's important to note that the 1954 nickel could have been struck in one of 3 U.S. mint locations, Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, mint mark D, or San Francisco, mint mark S. The mint marks appear just below Monticello on the reverse side of the coin. Now, let's talk numbers specifically, the mintage of the 1954 USA 5-cent coin. Understanding how many coins were minted helps us gauge the rarity of a coin, which plays a big role in its market value today. The total mintage of the 1954 Jefferson nickel was fairly high, with 91,940,000 coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint. However, coins with mint marks from Denver and San Francisco had significantly smaller production numbers, making them more sought after by collectors. 1954 Philadelphia nickel, no mint mark 91,940,000 coins produced. 1954 Denver nickel, mint mark D 20,755,000 coins produced. 1954 San Francisco nickel, mint mark S 16,600,000 coins produced. Even with these relatively high production figures, the 1954 nickel remains a popular coin for collectors, especially in higher grades. The key to its value lies in the coin's condition, rarity, and any potential errors or unique features that may make a particular piece stand out. In terms of market value, a typical 1954 Jefferson nickel in average circulated condition, such as a grade of good 4, can be found for around $200 to $500. However, uncirculated examples in mint state, especially those graded MS 65 or higher, can fetch anywhere from $700 to $1,500. Coins with rare mint errors or anomalies can see their values rise even higher, sometimes reaching hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the error and rarity. One of the reasons why the 1954 USA 5-cent coin is so highly regarded by collectors is its connection to both the Jefferson nickel series and the broader historical context of post-World War II America. It represents a time when the country was on the brink of monumental social and technological change, with the rise of suburbanization, the growth of the middle class, and the beginning of the space race. But beyond that, collectors love the 1954 nickel for its aesthetic appeal and the historical significance of Jefferson himself. The coin's design has stood the test of time, and it continues to be a favorite among those collecting U.S. coins from the mid-20th century. What really sets the 1954 coin apart from other Jefferson nickels is its relatively low mintage numbers at the Denver and San Francisco mints. These mint-marked versions of the coin are often harder to find in high grades, which makes them especially attractive to serious collectors. Moreover, coins with the S mint mark, struck at the San Francisco Mint, are particularly valued in higher grades. Another reason the 1954 Jefferson nickel holds collector interest is its potential for errors or variations. As with any coin, small imperfections or minting mistakes can lead to valuable discoveries. Error coins from this period can range from minor die cracks to more significant flaws, such as double strikes or off-center minting. While such errors are relatively rare, finding one can significantly increase the value of a coin. For collectors focusing on complete sets of Jefferson nickels, the 1954 coin serves as an essential part of the series. Its availability in a variety of grades from heavily worn coins to pristine, uncirculated pieces means that collectors at all levels can find a version of the 1954 nickel that fits their collection goals. As with any coin series, the 1954 Jefferson nickel has its share of interesting errors. While not as widely known for dramatic mistakes like some other coin series, the 1954 nickel does feature a few varieties and errors that can catch a collector's eye. Double die errors are one of the most common types of mistakes found on U.S. coins, and the 1954 Jefferson nickel is no exception. A double die error occurs when the die used to strike the coin was misaligned during the minting process, creating a slight doubling of the image. On the 1954 nickel, the most common double die errors are found in the lettering, particularly on the word Liberty. A strong doubling in this area can make the coin significantly more valuable to collectors. Another type of error found on the 1954 Jefferson nickel is die cracks. These are small cracks that form in the die used to strike the coin, and they can lead to imperfections in the coin's design. A die crack running through the obverse or reverse can be a notable feature, and coins with these cracks in unusual places may be worth more to error collectors. Off-center strikes are another interesting error that can occur, though they are rarer with the 1954 nickel. An off-center strike happens when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, leading to a portion of the design being cut off. Depending on the severity of the misalignment, an off-center coin can be quite valuable, especially if a significant portion of the design is missing. While not as common on the 1954 nickel, some collectors look for overdates and repunched mint marks, indicators that a coin was struck with a die that had been previously used or altered. While these errors are more often seen in older coins, it's always worth keeping an eye out for such anomalies. Thanks for joining us today on Coins Action. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on future videos. Until next time, happy collecting.